Grand 7 and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3. As we continue our Spanish campaign after far too long a break, so I do apologise for that. Those of you that saw the community post, you'll see that after spending a week working overseas, I managed to come back somewhat unwell, and that knocked me out for a few days. And then I've had a lingering cough, what I haven't managed to shake. Of course, is a pretty terrible ailment to have for one that tries to record one's own voice. So I'm just a bit over it. So I'll do my best to control any coughing and spluttering. But apologies if anything makes it onto recording. But I really wanted to get some stuff out there because it's been like, I don't know, 2 weeks since I've had anything on the channel. That's just rubbish. And more importantly, I wanted to get back to this war with France, which of course we are in the middle of. You can stretch your memories back then. And it's been going on, how long now? A year now. We've managed to secure Algeria. We've given the French a good account of ourselves, although the last battle was very upsetting. I thought we were going to sink the pride of our fleet, and instead we lost ourselves our CVL. Let's start with the Almanac, just to refresh our memories as to where we sit. So overall fleet tonnage, we are a little bit behind, but it's interesting where that tonnage actually makes it up. So in battleships, we are ahead, albeit our two existing ones, our two in-service ones, are a little bit of a joke at this stage. For battle cruisers, we are ahead comfortably. For CVs, we are ahead, both in tonnage and the fact that ours is operational. For CVLs, we are now slightly behind, so it would be nice to knock out a few of those. Heavy cruisers, we are ahead of the French. We have, although their one is significantly bigger than mine. And then the big real dip is CLs, where they have a huge number more and a huge, obviously, tonnage more, and similarly with destroyers. But so our goal for weakening the French overall is probably going to be trying to sink a bunch of their light forces. But it's always nice to knock out some of their heavies as well. Strategically, we still duel in Northern Europe, where we've got some cruisers and carrier forces. We're going to be dueling in the Mediterranean with the bulk of our heavier ships. And more importantly, we have got a little bit of a force out in Southeast Asia. Just a seaplane tender and some destroyers in a minute, but we have our two heavy cruisers on the way. Back to the Indian Ocean here, and we are hoping to try and secure an invasion of Annam. And I haven't really seen France respond with any heavier vessels, to be perfectly honest. So this should hopefully, fingers crossed, go relatively well. On the money front, we are about to run out of funds, which would be pretty unpleasant because we'd have to stop the construction of one of our lovely new tridents. We shall see. But first things first, let's jump forward with a turn and see what comes undone. Small engagement. Oh, look, the heavy cruisers have arrived. Perfect. They don't have any forces here. I think they might have one destroyer, actually. But anyway, we'll say generate battle, and it should say no French forces have a victory. Oh, it doesn't say that. Okay. But they just have 40 aircraft. Alright, I'll accept. What? Very confusing. So apparently they have some medium bombers based out of Camaran Bay. Not Camaran Bay, sorry, out of Saint-Jacques. Okay, I'm going to be slightly confused, but we'll give it a go. Do we have an objective? Nope. Okay, we've got our lovely heavy cruisers. So let's just cruise about. There's nothing really they've got to be afraid of. He said pretty confidently. Let's go all up to squad max. I'm going to close the distance on this thing. Assuming we're going to be able to blow a hole in it. It's a Corvette. Are you kidding me? Go max -2. I'm not too frightened of major bombers. Let's just go in and sink this thing and then run away again. Come on, let's land some hits. Only a Corvette, for goodness sake. At least it's now night time, so we don't have to worry about planes at all. Oh, and there we go, we've sunk it. Okay, that theme seemed entirely pointless, but I'll take it. 300 VP, sure. We don't have a huge VP lead, actually. We're hoping to get some territory in invasions more than spoils of war, at least at this stage. Okay, so we don't know about increased loading mechanisms. Uncertain margin of superiority has delayed our invasion. Let's have a quick look at that. We've sunk an enemy submarine. That's fine. We know there are 11 enemy subs out there. And some raiders are sinking a little bit, but unrest is still entirely hunky-dory. And a bit of help from Japan. Nice. What is our superiority here? I don't know. I mean, they have nothing, and we've got some heavy cruisers and a seaplane tender. I feel like that should be enough. I wonder if it doesn't calculate it based on the fact that seaplane tenders weren't there to begin with. We're going to run it. If I get another message saying that, there's obviously some number that we haven't crossed over, but I must admit I'm maybe not too aware of. And we'll have to go looking for some fun elsewhere. But we are, unfortunately, going to have to stop one of these. Let's put you on to altered construction for just now. It puts us back in black. We'll keep things rocking and rolling. Convoy attack. Oh, they brought a light cruiser. Battle size large. Debatable. They've declined. Okay. Convoy defense. We can ambush them. What? Where is our CVs? Does not feel like an ambush. We expect to catch an inferior enemy force. Okay. We can decline for 0. Expect an enemy force, 1 CV. I don't understand how this is inferior. I'm tempted to say accept because I'm curious as to what they're actually going to give me here. I'll do it. We may end up just running away. Let's attack enemy ships. I want to know what on earth is going on here. Right. Okay, we've got the Harrow. Remind ourselves of your capability. You just fairly standard 8 6-inch guns. 3 inches of belt. All fairly standard, but your speed of 27. That's pretty nippy. Nice. I've completely forgotten the characteristics of most of my ships. And we have Ortega in charge. I can't remember if that's the name person. Doesn't ring a bell, but it could well be. Alright, well, let's see what's going on. Unknown ship. Show me this inferior force that we've somehow managed to ambush. I will go squad max so we can close the distance for our spotting. What have we got? Battleship. Well, that's not going to be right. Light cruiser. This is an inferior enemy force, yeah? Quite a hard turn as we work out what this is. Presumably it's 2 light cruisers. It is indeed. So we've got 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers, so we're outnumbered quite handily. 8 6-inch guns, slightly less armour than me. And you've got... oh, you're a bit rubbish. 4 5-inch guns, 3-inch. But I don't particularly want to fight you. I'm outnumbered. It's not really the odds we want, so we might just kind of try and turn it on. And I might just run all the way home, to be honest. That's not ideal. Yeah, keep on squad max for just now. Please don't get yourself sunk. Slightly light destroyers. Also, if we get in close to land, we'll get some support from our air attacks. I'm just going to take control of you. Yeah, squad max, head down this direction. Out of gun range, and then we can catch up with your superior speed. This way. Recon's coming in. Ooh, Harrow has been hit. And penetrated. Ooh. Not ideal. Near miss. Let's change our course. Use them to launch a naval attack. Okay, we managed to hit them back. That's nice. Okay, we're going to have to give them a bit of raking fire, I think. Why don't we also launch some torpedoes at them? Always difficult. Out of arc? Really? I'm not sure I believe that. Six. Alright. I just want them to see it and change course, really. And if they don't, then kind of fine. And in fact, you've probably got lots of torpedoes. But you're not my you're not my main ship, so I won't launch torpedoes. That's my rule. I only do it off the capital ship. Oh, that's a bad broadside. It looks like our calculations were all pretty rubbish. Landed a few more hits on them. We've only got 3 on the other side. Okay. We think it's medium damage and on fire. Be nice if that was true. We are doing a little bit of flotation damage, a little bit of flooding. And theoretically, we have slightly heavier armor, so we should be doing slightly better. He's great and all. Wow, that's a great turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits on the Trude class there. We did take a hit to our belt extender, which did penetrate. Now let's just double check. I mean, I have no real doubt at this range. We are fighting at 4,100 yards. 4,000 yards, yeah, we'll punch through 6 inches actually, which is a reasonable whack of armor. So we are happily punching holes in her. I'm going to keep on this course for another minute. Oh, we have just slowed down massively. Did we take an engine hit? Engine hit, critical engine hit. Oh boy, this could be it for the Harrow. Let's try and... Well, no, I think we just need to kind of keep going, but I think we're going to get probably a bunch of torpedoes to the face very shortly. That is another great salvo. 4 more hits on the Trude. All we can hope for is to sink her. I'm going to weirdly and boldly turn towards and hope that I can get my starboard torpedoes in the go here. We have now lit up the Perrier with our 5-inch guns from the Bustamante, which is great. He's only got 3 of them, 3 hits. That's pretty fantastic. We did take a little bit of fire though in return. Yeah, we'll return quickly enough. This way. At some point, you're about to get a bunch of torpedoes. Have you launched already? You have done. You've launched a whole bunch of torpedoes. More great hits from the Harrow here, who's going down while putting up a spectacular fight. I worry it won't be enough. Perrier getting her revenge. 3 hits on the Bustamante. 2 more hits on the Trude. They might break away. We have some planes incoming, but I don't think it's going to be enough. If you can kind of come back, scare them off, send some torpedoes. And that's a punch in the water. It's good. That's all we can ask for. Oh, you were on fire as well. Did it all miss? Harrow's gun's still working. 3 more hits on the Trude here. Be great if she sank. How's the Harrow doing for like flotation damage and things and flooding? Flotation damage is okay, flooding is non-existent. Just this blasted engine. Maximum speed is 4 knots right now. I think we actually sank the Perry. Good job, Bustamante. How are you doing? You are on fire. I'm going to slow you right down. You are in a bad state and I really don't want you to burn out. Let's come ourselves right down to say 10 knots. just till we get this fire under control. Oh, Perry hit you a critical hit. And she slowly dies. And you're going to spin round and round, okay? Fire spreads on the Bustamante. Harrow's hit. No! Oh. I mean, I get it. She's a really slow moving target. I think she's done there. Yeah, there she goes. Oh, after everything we went through, I thought we'd done it. I thought we'd done enough damage to scare them off. Now they're going to come back for the Bustamante. You're still on fire. No air attacks, but seen off. Goes under. The darned French. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about this. Air is fine. Where are my blooming air attacks? I know they're only medium bombers, but still, it's something, isn't it? You got any torpedoes left? No, you're all done. There she goes. Hit by a torpedo. Well, that about sums it up. When your destroyers get torpedoed, you know things are not going your way. You're just not taking the fight. That was where curiosity very much killed the cat. Apologies, Arrow and Bustamante. Ah, that was not a good loss. Sometimes you feel aggrieved. That time, that was entirely my own, a fault of my own making. Right, can we finish this scenario, please? Oh, there they go now. They're out finally. You gonna get any attacks? French victory. Oh yeah, entirely deserved. Heavy damage. I want to see how close we got to sinking that Trude. Ah, wow. How did she survive? Fire, and then was like, yeah, no worries, we're sorted. Yeah, that one engine hit killed the Harrow. Otherwise, I think she would have made it. Them's the brakes. Yeah, okay. VP's essentially shared. But more importantly, am we going to get a man? Oh, more money, thank you. Okay, better armor, fine. Oh. You've improved the torpedo bomber. Let's see if that's true. Let's see, it's faster, it goes further. The stats are the same. Yeah, it looks like an improvement. You've got me a new naval air patrol. It does go further, it does go faster. Yeah, this looks all better. So, sure. Oh, okay, margin of superiority. Right. Which means we have two options. We give up on a man and we try and focus ourselves elsewhere. Or we dispatch some ships out there to assist. I brought my CV into the Med. I should have left my CV in Northern Europe. Although with the loss of a CVL, perhaps we need it in the Med. I'm tempted to strip out our two battleships and send them out there. Although they make sure we're not short range or anything. No, they're not. Because they're not really good fighting ships. They're kind of liabilities. Probably have to give them a bit of a light escort, which is destroyers I can't really afford because I have essentially none of them. Although I've got 1 CL and 2 DDs in Northern Europe, which I don't know what they're doing at this stage, to be perfectly honest. So, let's do that. No, let's move you guys out to Southeast Asia. Let's grab whoever's in Northern Europe. Okay, you're repairing, so you'll be 2 CLs. Nah, okay, that's fine. Okay. In terms of destroyers, maybe send a couple more out to Southeast Asia. Okay. Hopefully that should give us what we need. The enemy's preparing to invade Algeria. Okay. Oh, they're coming at me right now. I don't have a problem with this. Apparently they don't have much in the way of enemy forces. We shall see if that's true. Silly French. Enemy coastal raid. Ooh, they've brought quite a lot of forces back into Northern Europe. I wonder if they're going to try and blockade me again. Okay. I'm going to accept it, because even if we just get in here and then hide in a port, we'll be doing better. Now I don't have any more ships there. Do I have another ship here? No. Okay. Well, I'll accept with what I've got. Back enemy ships in jet. I think we might need to alter the makeup of Errol here, or add another airbase. The likes of Santander or something. Okay, we've got another Rioja class. We can control it. Let's get up to 20 knots. See what appears upon the horizon. I don't know if is that installation. Battery 7 is probably the target. Nighttime's not the most pleasant outcomes. Nope. Maybe they just aren't going to bother. Okay, that suits me fine. Alright, we're about to time out. Huh. Alright, I guess they just ran away, which means I win. Sweet. 3 victory points. Thank you, friends. Original victory, indeed. I think we are going to increase the planes. Oh, French torpedo bomber, okay. Top speed 119, combat radius 227. Let's have a quick look at that. 227 is the number I wanted to focus on. All forward armament. I do like those. All guns and destroyers. Quite nice as well. And more effective A is also good. Fine. No problem. I wanted to check aircraft types. I want to look at my torpedo bomber. What is our range? Oh. Well, presumably 227 is their max range. I hope. Well, let's find out. Torpedo bomber. Okay, so they've got 8 miles on us. That's fine. That's just noise, I think. Not a problem. They don't rocking. Yeah, what? Everyone's got dive bombers apart from us at this stage. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, our battleships are probably down here. Indeed they are. Be a few more turns before they get there. Has France responded? No, 1 CL, 1 DT, 1 CL. Not much, because Japan's got a lot of forces. Now, if the game counted yours and your allies' forces together, we'd walk this, but it doesn't. It's a bit of a failing in that regard, but hey ho. Sometimes works for you, sometimes works against you. We are not blockaded. Oh, but we soon will be. And in fact, we should be now. 89 strength. There's a thing, it showed me it somewhere else, I'm sure. Where was it? Area overview? That's just mine. Okay, but I think the clear is that everyone who's in the Mediterranean needs to get out of the Mediterranean and go back to Northern Europe, please. We need to do a little bit more work in Northern Europe to get their forces back down below the 72. Which won't take much work, to be honest. A lot of destroyers they've got. Especially if we get a nice fight with our air wings and get them rocking and rolling against the forces here. The other thing I wanted to do was win our air groups in Errol. I think that's the only one we've got. Up here. Vigo, Gijon, and Santander I don't think exist. I suspect if they did, they'd have a plain icon, but I wanted to check. Oh, and you're tiny as well. Okay, but you know what we can do? Let's expand you. It's going to take 4 months. That's not take very long at all. And I'm tempted to get another one. This gives a bit more coverage. Coastal strikes and things. So let's maybe build one in Santander because it doesn't cost us after the fact. Well, airbase. Okay, so we can have just a small one. We can house maybe 20 torpedo bombers there and ditch them later. I think that'll be good. And likewise, I might just use this upgrade to stick 20 torpedo bombers in Ferrol. We'll have 40 torpedo bombers kicking about. It's probably the way we're going to do it. Okay. Did you have anyone left in France? Because maybe I'll make sure I'm not. You have 1 CL left there, which we know is not enough, really, actually, to give us a naval invasion. Shouldn't be too worried about it. Oh no, sorry, that was Japan. France is 1 heavy cruiser, 2 lights, 1 CVL. I do need to leave some forces in the Mediterranean, or else I'm at risk of being invaded. Although I start to fear that I may spread myself too thin. Right, let's bring the Baltico back from the Caribbean to the Mediterranean. Let's leave the Adelbear in the Mediterranean. And I'll leave these 2 guys behind as well. That's just enough to offset their desire to invade me. Where's my battleships? Still there. Alright, let's maybe go 1 more turn. Small engagement. I'll take that. Do you really have a CV here? Okay. I don't believe this. Oh, Japan's joined me. That's nice. Okay. Let's see what they've got. Okay, it's at night. Can't control the speed. If we catch their CV at this short range, that would be pretty beautiful. Known ship spotted. Right. Hello. Japanese ships, why don't you go and bravely lead the line? Let's be honest, I don't mind if you sink. We'll head in this way. Everyone else just kind of keep going straight. I've got my destroyers already. I think it's just a light cruiser. Aggressive torpedoing there. I love it. You guys are getting a little bit beat up. I've not actually had a look at you. 5 6-inch guns, 2 inches belt. You are on the lighter side of life. And you got hit by a torpedo. Wow, that went pretty badly for us. Now let's get you guys on squad max. We'll try and hit this thing before it runs away. I'll happily trade a Japanese light cruiser for a French light cruiser. No word of a lie. Let's put you on squad max as well. Let's make sure you don't also get hit by a torpedo. That's quite nice though. Torpedo? Ooh. Yeah, I think she got you as, or she turned as you launched there. Let's you guys cut across. Checo is sinking. Not too close, but we've hit the Descartes with just a 6-inch shell. Another 6-inch shell. Some 10-inch hits there. They're the ones that are really going to count. You guys on max -2, so you're more accurate. Who are we doing here? 2 hits from a Duro for 10-inch guns, a hit from the Ebro with 6-inch, and a 6-inch from the Yaeyama. Another batch, 2 more 6-inches for another 10-inch hit from a Duro. Ooh, that's nice one. 3 more hits from a Yaeyama. Another 10-inch hit. Surely you can't take much more of this. You're only a 5,000 ton light cruiser, for goodness sake. Even though I'm trading, what am I trading here? A 5,000 ton Japanese one. I'm going to cut my heavy cruisers in behind so they don't have any risk from torpedoes. Oh, 4 10-inch hits from a Duro there. That's gotta hurt. Alright. Won't bother calling it all our hits now. This thing is pretty much dead. Make sure she doesn't do some kind of last gasp torpedoing of me. Her torpedoes should hopefully be gone at this point. Right, she's dead in the water. Let's go home. Yeah, we'll pick up survivors. Okay, she is sunk. Happy days. I think we can drop down to cruise. That's it. A little bit fast and loose with the Japanese ships there, but them's the breaks. Yes, I do. Okay, apparently France won, but that's okay. I'm happy to do that just to continue to erode the French forces in Southeast Asia. Oh, negotiated peace? No. 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 Oh, well, maybe. Let's see what this number is. Oh, I didn't want to war to end so soon. 8. It's not as big a number as I was hoping for, to be honest. But we can also go back to war. I'm going to grab Corsica because that's a really annoying one to try and take, just because of the air coverage. With Corsica, Tunisia now becomes quite exposed. We can't grab them both, unfortunately. But I will take, I think, Corsica. Probably just want the money from the rest. Very tempting to pick up some other stuff. But I'm going to hold off on that and hope that I can steal, like, Vietnam, essentially, through naval invasions. So, Corsica is. Okay. Improved AP. Sure, we'll get new medium bombers. They need to go far and carry a big bomb. Well, at some point, bomb load stops being relevant because it's all so big. Oh well. Peace in our time. This wasn't the Great War I wanted to be. So let's be. What did we get? We ended up with Corsica. We ended up with Algeria. So that's some. How much are you worth? 4. So that's a good 9-point territory split. It's gain. We did get a bunch of monies as well. I did want a little bit more. I think if I'd taken Tunisia, That would have been brilliant. Because that would be in the med locked up, as far as the French are concerned, don't care about any of your holdings. And we were never, I don't think we were ever going to take all of this in one fell swoop, but now look at that next time. The difficulty will be is whether or how much France bounced back. Oh, look at that for naval budget. We are on parity. Now, they have a tech edge, but our monies are equal. All right, I'm feeling that you are now enemy number one. I think we're going to push for a second war with France. Yeah, that's gonna be the game plan. Beautiful. Right, I've got a whole bunch of shuffling to do. Hopefully, I can put enough people into mothball and reserve such that we can get our Numancia back on track to be built. But maybe I will do all that tidying up in between things, and we'll just call this one slightly short there. Peace in our time, and we'll be back to it. Hopefully, an interwar episode, and then maybe World War II against the French. Why not? All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. I'll see you next time. Hero.